Welcome to the Year 1 lesson for repeating patterns. In this lesson, I'm learning to continue repeating patterns with up to 5 objects. You can see I've got a pattern here with some orange shapes. It goes rectangle, circle, rectangle, circle, rectangle. And I want to know what object will go next in this pattern. And that's why I've left this space here. So I see at the end of my pattern here, there's a rectangle. So I need to go back into my pattern and see what object comes after a rectangle. Well, here's a rectangle and the object after it is the circle. And here's a rectangle and the object after it is the circle. So the object that we need to put on the end here must be the circle. So I'll move the circle down to finish that pattern. Let's go down to this blue pattern here. You can see there's a few more shapes in this pattern. There's a square, a triangle, and a circle. And I want to find out what shape should go next in this pattern. And when I look at this pattern, I can see it's actually repeating every third shape. Here's a group. Then we start with a square again, so here's another group. And when I put in my last shape, that will finish the third group. So I look here at the triangle and I'm trying to work out what object comes next. Well, when I see the triangle in my pattern here, the object after it is the circle. Let's see if we can find the triangle again. Here's a triangle, and the object after it is the circle. So the missing object here must be the circle. Let's move the circle into the gap here. Now let's go down and try this green pattern. Well, I can see there's even more shapes in this one. There's a triangle, there's a diamond, there's a rectangle, and there's a square. So I can see that this pattern is made up of 4 shapes. And here, with this triangle, it starts to repeat itself again. And when I put in my last shape, I will have completed the pattern a second time. So I'm looking at this rectangle here and trying to work out what object comes next. Well, here where I see the rectangle, I can see the shape after it is a square. So that means the missing object over here must be the square. So I'll move the square into the pattern. Let's try one last pattern. Well, you can see that this pattern here has got 5 different objects in it. It's got a red circle, a blue circle, a green circle, a pink circle, and a black circle. So there are 5 different objects, and you can see that those objects repeat again. Here is another group of 5, and we've just started another group. So I'm trying to work out what object comes after this green circle. Well, in my pattern, when I see the green circle, I can see the pink circle is after it. And if I come over here, here's the green circle, and again, the pink circle's after it. So that means the next object in my pattern must be the pink circle. So I'm going to move my pink circle down into the pattern. Can you work out what object would be next in the pattern? You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Multiplication and Division book from the White Book collection.